Just keep yourself focused there for now, just to get your bearings. Very good. And as you're looking down, I want you to tell me, do you see anything on your feet? Do you see your feet and feel your feet?
Yes.
So describe to me, what do you imagine you see?
I see paintings on my feet.
Paintings?
Of symbols.
Symbols?
And I see painted toes.
Painted toes?
And I have gold around the ankles.
And I want you to connect with your body now. Totally connect with your body now and tell me, do you have a female energy or a male energy?
A female energy.
You've got a female energy there. Very good. And I want you to describe to me, just be an observer and look at how you're dressed. Tell me what you're wearing.
I'm wearing silk mesh pantaloons which come up to the hip area, and I have floaty silk fabric on my chest and on my arms. I have my nose is pierced with a chain, and I wear a headdress with beautiful silk fabric and chiffon fabric, and I have markings on my lower back, symbols.
What do these symbols mean to you?
The chosen one.
The chosen one? How old are you there? Just see a number come to mind.
9.
You're 9? And what do people call you in that life? Just hear your name being called.
Taya.
Taya? Well, good afternoon, Taya. Thank you for coming forward and working with me today. Taya, I want you to look around now from the left and the right. And as you look around where you are, tell me, Taya, are you inside or are you outside?
I'm inside.
You're inside. So Taya, tell me, as you look around, describe to me, what does it look like?
I'm inside what looks like, well, what it is, there's fabric everywhere, there's silk and there's fabric, and you can see through it. You can see through this fabric. And it's so beautiful colours of purple and gold, and it floats, the fabric floats with the air, and it just moves with the air.
And what are you doing in that place?
I'm with my sisters.
You're with your sisters? And how many sisters have you got?
About 15 of us, I think.
There's 15?
Yes.
So when you say sisters, are they your sisters from a family, or are
No, we've all been taken from families to be together.
I see.
To work with each other.
So are you all chosen?
Yeah.
So if you're chosen to work together, what kind of things are you taught? See yourself in training, and what kind of things are they teaching you?
To connect to the earth and to the air, and to water and fire. The sun is the fire. Yeah.
And as you look around these 15 sisters, see them all there around you, look around and see if you're affiliated to one of them more than the rest. And see if you're drawn to any particular one of them.
Yeah.
Who is it that you're drawn to?
Leah.
Leah? I want you to connect with Leah, looking into her eyes, because the eyes are the windows to the soul. Spiritually communicate with her and tell me, is Leah in your life today? Is she working with you today? You'll just have a knowing.
Leslie.
And tell me about that language that you were just using now.
Yeah.
What kind of language is that?
It's language before time. The beginning of all that is. So they say.
So where did you learn that language?
It was just there.
So now that you're with your 15 sisters, what country are you in? Just sea, sand. And just go out and out and out until you see until you can see Earth, and you'll be able to tell me what country you're in.
We're in. It's So what is Saudi now?
Okay.
What is Saudi now?
And in a moment I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I tap you on the forehead you're going to tell me what year it is that you're there. 3, 2 and 1. What year is it?
354 BC.
354
BC.
BC. Very good. So Taya, as you're around with this group now, and you tell me that you are being trained to connect. So do you all have these spiritual gifts?
Yes, all individual.
And were your parents okay with you being chosen?
My parents were chosen for me to be chosen.
So your parents have the gift as well?
My dad travels time. In this time and other times. He travels and transcends time and connects with, on a spiritual level, than I was born. He's not solid.
Okay, and what about your mother?
She is solid.
Okay, very good. So what do you do with these gifts that you have then? See yourself working with your gifts.
Play at the moment. Play sending things, turning things over, turning things off, moving things.
Oh right. So you can
shaping things.
Shape shift.
Shaping things, moving them.
Very good.
At the minute. Learning more things. Learning how to work with energy of thunder, light and sun. Moving things, building things. Building things.
Very good. Well, what I want you to do, Taya, is I want you to close that scene of you being 9 years old, just as if you're flicking the switch of a remote control. And I want you now to go drifting, floating forward in that same timeline staying in the same timeline, drifting and floating forward to when something is happening. So I'm going to count from 3 to 1. Just close that scene and go drifting and floating with that timeline. And you can see how easy it is for you to drift and transcend. 3, 2 and 1. Be there now. So how old are you now, Taya?
16.
You're 16. And are you still in what is Saudi now, or have you gone somewhere else?
It looks like it's desert and there's mountains. There is a mountain, a special mountain, which is shaped triangular. We are going there, all of us, and we're so excited.
When you say all of us, is that male, female?
Females, excited.
So what is the excitement for? Why is it?
It's a ceremony. It's a big ceremony. It's us coming into being who we are and being what we are.
Well, I want you to forward that scene now. See yourself going towards that mountain and tell me, why is there a triangular shape on that mountain?
It's the entrance to the. It's the entrance to the temple. The temple of knowing.
The temple of knowing. I see. So what I want you to do now is I want you to float forward now with those thoughts and see you with your sisters now travelling towards that mountain now. See yourself at that entrance and describe to me what is going on. Now you're at the entrance.
There are lots of people throwing flowers and throwing things and throwing flowers, and we are on elephants, and it's a celebration of coming of age, and it's a celebration of the work that is needed to be done to be able to connect to energy.
And as you go into this temple, see yourself now, just feel yourself going into this temple. Describe to me what it's like inside this temple.
It is scary, but it's not scary. It's different. It's different to what it looks like from the outside. It is different. It's like a cave.
And are there any other people in that cave?
There is a High Priestess.
A High Priestess. Very good. And tell me what happens next.
There are snakes in the cave. There is a light above, connecting to the universe. You stand there with the legs open, and a snake is placed inside of us. As the snake goes up and coils around, feel the energy of the universe, but it's fine.
And this is all part of the ceremony?
Yes.
So what does this do? How does this activate something?
Everything's activated. A higher knowing.
A higher
a
knowing.
higher perception.
And do you all take it in turns to stand on that particular
Yes.
place with that beam?
Yes.
And is this a bit like having the Kundalini in you?
Yeah. That's what you call it.
Yeah. What would you call it?
Shaktayana Gau.
Mm-hmm.
enlightenment of all essences of spirituality, spiritual essence.
Wonderful. I want you to look at that High Priestess now and connect with her. Describe to me what she looks like.
She's older, wise.
Mm-hmm. Does she have anything on her head?
Eyes. She has markings all on her face.
Mm-hmm.
In her face. Her head is a crown, but it's not a crown, it's a snake. It's a snake on her head. It's a cobra snake.
A cobra snake, yeah.
But it's fine, because she knows all that is to know.
So I want you to spiritually connect with her. So look into her eyes, as the eyes are the windows to the soul. And as you connect with that High Priestess, tell me, is she working with my client today? That High Priestess? Yeah? What is she working on?
She's working on empowerment, strength.
Working? Does she work here?
Herself.
Does she work here on the earth plane, or is she working through spirit?
She works with Goddess.
She works through Goddess. Mm-hmm. And what kind of things does she help my client with?
She helps her to manifest and to care for others.
Yeah.
She helps her to have an understanding of the way to move forward and to be who she is from days of old. She helps her to connect to everything that is.
So is she helping her with this centre that we're in now?
Very much so.
Mm-hmm. And is this the right place for my client to be?
She'll advance.
She'll advance.
This is just the start of the beginning of the movement, of moving forward to protect, support and help others to understand their own spiritual essence.
Mm-hmm. And when we say others, do we mean men and women?
Both. Balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Although men just need to be helped a bit more.
Men just need to be helped a little bit more. Okay.
For they always doubt themselves, they doubt.
So they have more
They have
insecurities.
They have the insecurities and need the ego worked on more to feel empowered and strong. But balance, when balance comes, they're balanced. It just takes longer.
I see. So the goddesses that are working with my client today, is she up to speed with them all?
All of them.
All of them. She has a project with the goddesses that she wants to get out. Is it ready now?
A little bit more.
A little bit
A
more.
little bit more studying. When it's ready, it will be ready. It will be so ready.
That's
it will
wonderful.
be ready.
So what I want to do now is, I want to close that scene and let's go forward in time now. So closing that scene, drifting and floating forward as that 9-year-old that has just had that ceremony, drifting, floating forward in your life.
I was 16 when I had the ceremony.
You were 16. Yeah, drifting, floating forward to an older time when something significant is happening. 3, drifting forward now. 2, connecting with that memory. And 1, be there now. So tell me what's happening around you.
I'm high up in a mountain.
High in the mountains. What's the reason for you being high in the mountains?
For to connect to my soulmate. So that we can work together.
Who's your soulmate?
Travels through time.
I see.
He travels through time and comes to see me when his work is done, and we connect.
Very good. So are you alone at the top of the mountain?
Yeah.
So what is significant about this place? Why have you brought me there? What do you want me to know?
It's closer to the angelic realms and closer to connection to the gods and the goddesses, and it's a closer place to feel the purity of the mountains and the energies, and everybody that is here and all the animals that are here, they live in peace. They don't kill each other or attack each other. They live amongst each other. This is like, there are Nubian people here also who help to make sure that I'm okay and that I'm supported and everything that I need to be able to be.
Describe these Nubian people. What do they look like?
The Nubian people have broad noses. They are the coloured skin like myself, but darker, and they work with animals and they work on the land, growing the plants and all the natural ingredients, and we live off the land. We don't live off each other, we live off the land. It's nice, it's peaceful, it's beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful, purest places. Your heart feels light.
So what country or place is this that you're in? Is it Earth?
Yeah. It's high in the mountain. Hira could be a name of another name. All energies connect. All goddesses' energies and what they do can be taken from Britain to Ireland to Scotland to France to Italy. That goddess energy is not stuck in a particular place because of the energy being born there or thought there. It is an energy that travels to wherever is needed. So, yes, Sicily, a temple. A temple with the columns of the Roman columns. Of course. Why do you not think? What do you think Atlantis looks like? What do you think? What do you think Atlas looks like? What do you think these temples look like? Why do you think they were all built very similar with pillars and columns? They were built that way to honour. Each column represents a time scale. It represents the months of the year, the cycle of the moon, the sun. When you look at a column a certain way, you'll see the energy of the sun come through. If you look at a column another way, you'll see the energy of the moon. If you look at a column a different way, you'll see the stars, Sirius, all the planets. We are all from all, and all is all, and all is energy.
So was it you that planted that suggestion into my mind then?
Of course.
Well, thank you very much.
Sisters.
I see.
You are one of the sisters of the time, of the beginning.
I am.
You are meant to be here as a she. You too have a soul, spiritual essence connection. And we are pleased. Took time to get you together. It certainly took time. The right time.
So we'll be working together some more?
Lots of times.
Lots of times. Thank you very much. Can you tell me about her guides? Just bring her guides forward and describe to me, how many guides has she got?
Lots and lots of guides.
Lots of guides?
Lots of guides, so many guides. From different ages, from different times of her life.
Mm-hmm.
She has Knights Templar Henri, French. Knights Templar guide, masculine. She's very balanced, this one. She's feminine and masculine.
Uh-huh.
She has angelic guides. Sandolphin, who's just come recently for manifestation.
So, is a Sandolphin come to help her manifest her dreams?
Yes, that's right.
And her new ideas?
As is Metatron.
With her book. Oh, Metatron is here with the books and the travel.
Yeah.
So am I here because I'm working with her on this mission? Or am I here for her to have this regression?
You're here to recognise that you also are involved in this. It's an acknowledgement of who you are as well. For you do this work and don't even realise at times that you are amazing at what you do and you bring things forward. But this is enlightenment for you, dear sister, as well.
Thank you very much.
And you've needed this. And you were a bit wary of her at first.
Mm-hmm.
But you know now.
Thank you.
She's a bit wild at times, but that's just a shell.
Well, I think we're going to get on fine.
Yeah, because you're steady and she's wild.
Okay. Is there anything that I ought to have asked or should have asked, or is there a message that you want to give to other people that might see this before we leave?
Just watch this all unfold. What a story. But this is the thing. When souls come together, spiritual souls, we're meant to work together. The world is a better place. The universe, the planets, all that is a better place. When strengths come together to unite, it can only be out of pure love and understanding and of connection. That is what this is. Does she need to know anything else? Try not to feel the hurt that others might put on her.
Yeah.
Because she is alone, but she's not.
I'll be sure to give her that
If
message.
you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. So there's another message that I want to ask before I leave. You're a male connection in herself?
Yes.
So what do we call you? What's your name?
Jacob.
Jacob? Very interesting, Jacob. How many lives have you lived with my client?
43.
You've had 43 lives. And what is it that you're working on with her?
His spiritual lessons.
Her spirit lessons, how is she doing?
Working on her spiritual essence. She is doing fine sometimes. Most of the time. She feels too much.
Explain, she feels too much. Do you mean she feels too much of others?
Yeah.
I see.
She needs to learn that in order to be in touch with her own spiritual essence, in her own direction, in her own knowledge, that she has to detach from emotional pulling of energies.
Okay. So what you're saying, as a tutor, she's actually taking on too much of the emotions
of others.
Well, Jacob, is it possible for us to call on Lady Nada
Yeah.
to work with her as she works with the children on this earth? Because my client works with everyone to heal their own inner child, that wounded child that exists in each and every one of us. And Lady Nada is a beautiful, soft energy that lifts all those negative energies from the souls of people. So can I ask Lady Nada to work with my client to help release all those negative energies from her students?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, I want to do a body scan, Jacob. I want to do a body scan of this body. So you can tell me if there's any area of this body that we can work with today. So as we start, let's start at the top of the head. Wow, that's hard. And what we're going to do is we're just going to scan down the body to see if there's anything, any energy, any attachment that we can work with. So let's start at the top of the head, working our way down around the ears and across the shoulders, over that chest area, and I want you to go into the heart. And now I just want you to spread down into that tummy area and go all the way round into those hips, down those thighs and those knees, all the way down those shins to the tips, and bring yourself all the way back up. And tell me, whereabouts in the body can I work today?
The shoulder, the left shoulder, because this is about being stabbed at the back of an old and a constant injury. It seems to keep reoccurring on the left side.
So does it get triggered when she's close to being stabbed in the back in this life?
Yes.
Is it? And this is why she's feeling that shoulder at certain times. It's to alert her to
to deceit.
Yeah. Well, if we take that away from her, will she still be able to use her knowing to know when she's being deceived?
Yeah.
She will?
She can take the physical away and she will still know, because she has a knowing anyway.
Was she a male or female when she was stabbed there in the shoulder, in that past life?
A female.
She was a female.
Seems to always happen when she's a female.
Who did that to her in that life? I want you to turn around and I want you to look at the person that did that to you.
Sister.
Your sister? Why did she do that to you?
Jealousy.
Jealousy. When you say sister, was it one of the sisters of your group?
No, it was a real sister.
It was a sister and she did that out of jealousy?
Yeah.
So when your sister did that to you out of jealousy and that injured you, was that how you died?
No, it was an injury that was left. That
So
reoccurs.
what I want to do now is, as I touch your shoulder now, Jacob, I want you to go in there now and start collecting all that memory, because we can take the lesson, but we don't need the pain. Bring all that memory up and up and up into my hand. Feel it coming into my hand now. Very good. Jacob, go in every crevice, go right around the back. That's right. And I'm going to call on Archangel Michael to come down with his sword of light and place his sword of light into this shoulder area. So Jacob can go in there now and see how it's illuminated. And that blue sort of light, see how it begins to lift all the fragments of that memory up and up. Jacob, collect those and now put them into my hand. Have I got all those now?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm going to take that away from you and I'm going to offer that up to the universe. But before we leave, what I want to do is I want to call on Archangel Raphael now. I'd like Archangel Raphael to come down with a beautiful deep green, a beautiful deep vibrant green energy, almost like a peacock deep green. And I want you to feel that liquid energy now pouring into this shoulder. Feel it, how it goes into those veins and around the bone of that shoulder. Feel how it's healing that memory. We don't need that memory there anymore. We can just use our knowing. And as you feel all this liquid energy going into that area, knowing that you're going to be healed, see how it's being healed. And feel how new growth is coming, and just feel how calm and settled that shoulder is. And I'm going to tap you on the forehead and heal that in. So have a look in the body and tell me if there's anything else that we can work with.
No, everything else is pretty strong.
It is?
It's pretty good, yeah. It's just, yeah.
Good.
It's good.
So what I want to ask you is, I want to ask about the goddesses.
Yeah.
And I want to know this connection that she has. What's the purpose of this connection that she has with the goddesses?
The purpose is to empower and support and help others, and bring in the feminine energy of love and comfort, but also bring in the practical masculine energy of steadiness, warrior and calm, to be balanced. It's all about being balanced and bringing everything into balance so that people can be their true selves and be that true spiritual person, the best they can possibly be for themselves.
Tell me, has she managed to connect with some of her sister goddesses now?
Yeah.
Does she know them?
Yeah.
She does. Very good. And are they going to be working with her from now on?
Some will go by the by and by the way because they're not right and they're not meant to be. They just think they are. Some will stay and be strong and work together, and as a team will work together. Everybody will support each other and be there for each other and be there for others. No sectioning off of other people. No cliquiness. Everybody is important as everybody else. There is equality through all.
And although she works with all the goddesses in her teachings, she has a particular goddess that she is attached to. What's the reason for that? What's the purpose?
Hera is the goddess of Olympus. She is Zeus's wife. Hera is the goddess of the goddesses. She sees all of their strengths. She looks after the universe. She looks after all. She looks after all the children of the world. Hera helps other goddesses to be who they really are and to bring their strengths in. She brings in the knowing of all, and she understands which goddess needs to work with each person. when healing or hurt is felt. She sees the connection.
Do I have a goddess that's working with me?
Isis.
Isis.
Isis. Very strong, very strong, very much like Hera. Just a different time period.
Yeah, I call on Goddess Isis to work with me quite often, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you didn't know that.
No.
Can you tell me inner self, Jacob, can you tell me why my client is always waiting more on God? I want you to go right deep down now into that memory bank of hers. And tell me, what is the reason that she's always on God?
Because of the sister.
Because of the sister? Does she always...
Females. Not all females are as they seem. Some had snakes put in them that weren't pure. Some had snakes put in them that bite, like a scorpion's bite.
So why did they, whoever it was that chose to do this, why did they choose to put snakes in that weren't pure?
It's not the snake, it's the vessel.
I see.
It's the vessel, because the vessel that the snake was put into may have been dark at some point, was darkened by ego, was darkened by wanting materialistic things as opposed to achievement, spiritual enlightenment, purity, wanting things that disappear and aren't always there, things that mean nothing once everything is finished. It's about the heart, the soul, the head, not the things. Gold, jewels. Taking away from ego and vanity, not for purity and healing.
Thank you for that. Tell me about this vision that she has. She keeps seeing a vision of her in a different time.
This is a time to come.
Explain.
This is not the past. This is a time to come. My client often feels that the soulmate that she had at the very beginning of time, the very pure soulmate that she has met in other lives, such as on the native lands, the eye, the look into the eye, the purity, the love that she felt then has been hard to find in this life and in other lives. It's a soul connection. Sometimes you might feel a bit of it with somebody, but she never feels the whole of it.
And is this something that she's got to look forward to in this lifetime?
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you ask me, can you tell me what direction she needs to go with her work with the goddesses?
Travel.
Travel.
Travel to the world. Travel to here, travel to there. Travel, connect to the earth. Sing to the earth, sing to the water. Connect to the earth in each place and send healing into the earth, and the healing will be given to the people that are there, the peoples that are there. For that is her purpose.
So can I ask you a question? When I first came here, I saw a vision of Sicily and a group of women singing and dancing and calling up the energy in Sicily for some reason, not Greece, although you are all Greek goddesses. Why was it Sicily?
Goddesses are all over. Goddesses aren't just, they don't belong to a particular place. What needs to be understood is that the energies of the goddesses cross over and all different. It's energy.
Which is now separate and off. So what is this relationship that she's having with her partner presently, now?
It's the cycle of an energy that needed to be finished.
Mm-hmm.
It is the cycle of a time from a past life where she was abused and used by him. It is a cycle of where she was taken off a path because of a love deep that she had for him. He was not nice.
Mm-hmm.
He did not treat her well. It is a lesson for both of them. It is a lesson for her to understand that it's about love of oneself. And for him, it is a lesson of forgiveness for something he should not have done, but still continues to do.
Mm-hmm.
Will he learn that lesson? Sometimes we get angry with that lesson.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask that she's had a vision into the future in this life?